Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to discuss why Camaro sales never seem that strong. Why cars seem to sit on the lot, and it's not until model year end clearance when people get really excited about it and they start buying them. I've been driving this car almost 6 months now. I love it more than the day I bought it, which says a lot. I mean, usually you grow tired of things after a while, and it just becomes another thing that you have, another bill that you have, something you use daily. It's not a big deal, right? And I watched the Camaro sales figures, and everything fluctuates with the seasons and all that. And I know a lot of people were waiting until 2017 because they want a 1LE or a ZL1, or they want to see what offerings come in year 2. I get all that, but why haven't the sales been better? Because GM has the worst marketing team I have ever seen for the money they are spending. It is unbelievable to me how awful every characteristic of buying there's a classic pickup broken down, a new Camaro is. I find the website completely lackluster. 2016 they came out with this car, and they showed it in very bland colors on a very bland background, and it just didn't excite you the way I felt like it should have. And I understand that like the off tones and the steel colors are in, but it didn't, I don't know, I guess to me it didn't pop. It didn't leave an impression that I liked. And it wasn't like, I have to have that one. I bought the red because it's never in, it's never out, it always looks good. Black and red to me is a fantastic color combo, and I can do a lot with it. And I really do like the red. To me, Camaros are red, Corvettes are yellow, Cadillacs are black. That's just the way I like it, it's the way I want to buy it, and we'll go from there. And so their website's awful. Their TV commercials, I don't know what the American commercials are like, but they have this super soft-spoken guy going, oh yeah, this is the new GM car lineup, and people are standing there and they're like, oh, they're so nice, and they're sitting in it, it's like, oh, I want to buy one. It's like, they're just bland, they're boring, they're not informative, they're not exciting. I don't care how it compares to a Mustang, I don't care how it compares to a Challenger. I want it to be exciting. I want to watch the commercial and be like, I want to be that guy doing that, so I'm going to go buy that car. Instead, it's just bland and boring. And they just seem to have this new marketing strategy, and they do it with their trucks, they do it with the cars, the SUVs, what's behind door number 2. And it's like, come on, GM, you could do better than that. And they should be doing better than that. I think their new vehicles are the best they've ever been. And yet, their marketing unsells me the cars I've already bought. So then I go to the Toronto International Auto Show, which is a big show, huge amount of square feet. And GM had the ugliest, blandest booth for every single product they had. I think Chrysler took the cake on A, money spent, and B, best presentation. They had a super elaborate display that was just delightful. Everywhere you walked, every car you seen was presented well. And the GM one, they had this nasty gray carpet. They had the new ZL1, which is, 50 coming to Canada, super limited, super rare car. Nobody can get their hands on it. No dealerships are getting them. They're going to be a bit more expensive, but not tons more expensive than the SS's. But it's a special car, and it's just sitting there. And people are scratching the hell out of it. And just everything about it was so lackluster. They had a base model 1LT and a ZL1 parked side by side. That was it. That was the only Camaros they had at the show. And those aren't usually the cars people buy. They're usually bump up to the RS because they like, some of the cosmetic stuff, or they hop into the SS, and none of that was there. The Corvettes, they had a Grand Sport and a Z06 just sitting there, whatever, who cares? The trucks were just kind of like, meh, we brought trucks, we built trucks. I felt like the Cruze had a better demonstration, and it was still just sitting there. All of it. The Cadillac booth was boring. It was like 50 Shades of Grey. It was just like, bleh. It's like where is the excitement? Why don't you have, your SUVs in black and your sedans in white, and then put your performance cars in a color? So it's exciting. It stands out. Instead, it's just all one giant smear of boring. And I feel like I'm watching sales figures, and I'm watching people's impressions of the cars, and I'm seeing who's selling what. And it's like, no wonder GM sales haven't been that strong, and Volkswagen passed them, and Ford passed them, and like everybody's passing them. I mean, their marketing is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. And then you look at like the Dodge Challenger Demon that they're coming out with. They have all this build-up and all this hype, and it's all this mystery and this big unveil. And like the car is probably going to be underwhelming, and a lot of people are going to be disappointed. But they marketed it like nobody's business. And I feel like I'm driving the better car. I looked at all the cars before I bought them, and I bought the one that really was me in every embodiment of the car. And if I'm going to commit to this level of a monthly payment, and not that it's huge, but for me it's a big deal. Why do I have to sell myself on a car? And why do I go into the dealerships and nobody knows anything? And it's just this continuous revolving circle of people not understanding or not appreciating, what GM has done, and GM's just not doing a good enough job of portraying it to the public. So what do you guys think? A lot of you own the Camaros, the Mustangs, the Challengers, whatever you own. Do you think that the GM marketing is just god-awful? Oh, hold on. Got to get down into a funner gear. I know I'm using weird words, but... this car really loves to sit between 3 and 5. Above that, you get those really sweet shifts, you get the crackles, you get the pops. Ooh, does not like that. Woo, what a beauty. Alright, we'll put it back in drive and we'll behave. Like that. Where was that exhaust noise on any one commercial I seen? Never seen it. I didn't know what this car sounded like till I owned it. And that's a crying shame. So, till next time, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day.